Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming back my good friend, the very funny comedian, Cynthia Levin. I'm having her back on the show today to plug an upcoming gig she has in LA and just have a quick chat for just about anything. She's very funny and very sweet at the same time, but you would never know it because she tries to pull the rug out from under you because she's fucking awesome that way. I love Cynthia. She's so funny. And I'm having her on the show today to talk about stuff and promote her upcoming appearance. Nothing more to it than that. So yeah, here is my new interview with Cynthia Levin. Cynthia Levin, how are you?
I'm great, Tommy. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Keep hanging, buddy. Keep hanging.
Yeah.
Important, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How's everything over there in LA?
How's everything in LA? LA is good. Yeah, I wouldn't have always said that. I would have always just made fun of this joint, but actually LA is good. All is well. Happy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got this show coming up in a British pub.
Yes. Bangers and Mash is the name of the show, and it's at, oh my God, am I getting, the Cat and the Fiddle.
Mm-hmm.
Which has moved. It used to be this, long-standing place over on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
In Hollywood. Have you ever been there before, the old one? It was like a big old pub with a giant patio. It was always packed, every single night.
Nope.
And we needed more places like that out here, just regular places. But anyway, they moved into a place based on Highland near Melrose, and it's kind of off the beaten path, and meaning there's no other businesses there. And it's a great little pub, and it's got an outdoor patio as well. It's just smaller, and there's a comedy show there with Stephen Allen Green. I don't know why I can't think of anything right now, but yes, anyway, Stephen Allen Green. And we used to live in the UK before I lived in the UK, and I lived there for 4 years, but he lived there for many years before that. And so this is sort of a British, pretending like we're in London type of comedy show. And yeah, it's fun. And he's getting a lot of good comics out there. So it's great.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I used to be a bouncer in a British pub in the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah?
For 2 years.
That's like...
Oh, my God. As I look back on my 20s, it was the best experience of my life.
That's great. Why did you like it? What about it?
Let's see. What I liked about it. I got laid a lot.
Ooh, well, that's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, women, we always want to be with the most powerful person wherever we are. So if it's the bartender, we want the bartender to like it. If it's the doorman, we want the doorman, because you've seen a lot of chicks and you picked me. I've had two bouncers that I know of. One of them became my boyfriend, who was also sickening, but, that's another story. He was the perfect bouncer. He was violent, really sexy. But anyway, moving forward, I'm not scared. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, pubs.
Yeah. So
Fingers and Mash. Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. So
Fingers and Laugh, by the way.
That's a good name.
That one up.
And how I got that job too, they had an open mic night, and after the open mic night was canceled, I got offered a job just because I happened to be a big guy, and I was there 2 years. The first year was great. The second year was not so great. I was kind of looking at my life objectively because it was the first time in my entire life that I had amounted to anything, because I was getting people in there. I was promoting the hell out of that place.
Oh yeah.
I was having so much fun, but I was just like, how come I'm just not fulfilled? But I stayed there one more year, and it got to a point where I wasn't having fun there. I was having fun outside of that place. I'd go just about anywhere, and I'd get free food and drinks because that place was so popular. By the time I was through with it,
Well, look at you, Mr. Promotion. It's pretty good.
Back when I could actually promote shit, now I can't. I can just barely promote myself.
Yeah, I know. It's the hardest thing to do. Promote yourself. It's easier to promote other things, other places, other people. But there's so much conflict, right? Too much judgment. We know too much, or it's not even accurate. It's just our bullshit brain.
Yeah,
Emotions that don't mean anything. Yeah.
Yeah, when I first got there, the only social media that was popular was MySpace, and after I left, Facebook was just huge,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it became what it's become now, a troll paradise.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So what else? So you're trying to come out to Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
With your mom, and you will do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll find a place, and you'll be closer to everything you want to be doing, and it'll be good. It'll be exciting. Good.
Yeah.
More things to explore.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, we went to the Comedy Store when we were in town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We went on a Thursday night, and my mom got fucking drunk, and she embarrassed me.
Oh, your mother, huh?
Yeah.
Wild one? Is she a wild one?
I wouldn't say that, but she has her moments, and she heckled every comedian that went up there, and
oh wow,
they liked her. Fortunately, they all liked her, but it was just so annoying because you see, I didn't know this at the time because she was already drunk before she could tell me this. She thought we were at an open mic because she's not used to seeing so many comedians at a professional comedy show. And I was like,
what room were you in?
The OR.
Oh, okay.
And I said, Mom, this is the world famous Comedy Store that they're known for having 15 comics a night, and stuff. And she was like, I didn't know that. And I was like, yeah, why do you think so many guys came through here?
Yeah. That's really funny. So you guys are close, you and your mom?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, after her and my dad got divorced when I was 14, we finally became close. After it was always me and my dad that was close. And the world hasn't been the same since.
Yeah, in a good way or in a bad way?
A little of both.
Right. Yeah. You still see him?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not as much as I like because he lives in Washington now, but we talk almost every day.
Oh, good. That's nice.
Yeah.
You can visit him?
Yeah. I'm going to do it sometime this year because it's been about 3 years.
Yeah. That'll be nice.
Yeah, I've just been too busy to do it, though. We tried last year, but this year we're definitely going to see each other at some point. And I wish I could get him to come visit me, but I don't know, him and my mom have some conflict.
Well, I mean, he could come and not see your mom, but of course, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you've been back in LA?
I don't remember. I think I came back. Weird, I can't remember. It's probably been almost 3 years. Because I think, about like 2.5. Yeah, probably close to almost 3 years. It's maybe 3 months off of 3 years, somewhere like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Has everything been good since you've been back for the most part?
Yeah, it really has been. I think, when I left London, I was just ready to come back here and start working on my TV pilot again, because it was a movie, and then I worked on it while I was in London and finished it, and I wrote with Joe Wagner, who's a comic out here and a writer, who I've known for a long time, and he and I co-wrote a TV pilot, and I did a reading in London and a reading here in LA, and it went really well, but I felt like I needed to fix the structure a little bit more. So then now I'm rewriting it on my own again. Well, actually, I've already written another version, and now I'm rewriting my own. But yeah, it takes a long time. It's almost like one of those things that are really important to you.
Yeah.
And the thing that's most important to you is the thing that's the most scary to do, and to kind of keep yourself from it. You know what I mean? Or you don't complete it, one or the other. So I think my thing was I needed to just kind of kick this door down and really do it the way I want to do it fully. And not that I didn't like the other versions, I actually love them as well. But yeah, anyway, complete this one. That's been my focus. Just doing stand up and working on my script. That's what I've been doing since I've been back, and it's been good. Getting a lot of progress, so yeah, I think I needed that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, it's called climbing Mount Everest with your creativity.
Yeah, and it's good because I really do think that the thing that you're most afraid of is actually the thing that you need to do the most, as opposed to the thing that you should avoid, because you're afraid. And it's just because we make it really important, but I think I realized that once you do that thing that you've been most afraid of, you don't even realize how many other things are on the other side of that. That it's not your last gig or your last, story or your last show, but there's a lot more to come from it. So completing something, I think, is critical, regardless of, and waiting for it to be perfect is, it's insanity, actually. So just doing it, just do it, and it's going to be, because all the other versions were great, it'll be great, and yeah, and then just keep going forward. Because I think the things, that when I look at my friends who have made movies and completed them, wrote them, got production company around them, shot it, they're like, they completed it and it's been seen. It's one of all these, many of my friends, and winning awards and stuff. And it's like, regardless of how small or whatever it is, it's irrelevant. Just complete it.
Yeah.
That's the tough part. And if you can do that, then you're sort of getting your ego out of the way and achieving, and then on to the next. And you've got more information now, because that's not your last piece of work. So anyway, that's been my realization as of late.
Yeah, I wrote this horror movie that I'm trying to sell. That producer-director that I met up with out there, he read it. Mm-hmm. He's interested in it. I think offering me that part in his movie is one of those you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours scenarios. So
yeah, well, that's nice. I mean, it's all about relationships. Really.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I personally don't think I look like a mafia guy, but if he thinks I do, okay, I'll take it.
I think you can pass, Tommy.
Because I'm a big guy.
Yeah. No, I think you can pass. I mean, I think I can pass. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. No, definitely, you can swing it. It'll be fun. Listen, did you tell him about your days working as a bouncer?
Yep.
I could smell you out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was an amazing job. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, those days are gone. On to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gave up sex for Lent.
You did?
Yeah.
When was that?
March 6th to April 18th.
So were you so busy having sex before that you had to give it up?
No, I've had lack of activity since my accident, but my friend bet me that I couldn't do it though because I masturbate a lot.
Oh, is that what you mean by sex then? Uh-huh.
Well, one of the things, yes.
Yeah.
But but she came and
So that,
she came and visited me and she gave me sex.
she gave it to you? How did she give it to you? She just,
She came and visited me and we made love.
okay, there you go. It sounded like she just handed it over,
No.
bag. Oh, so that was nice of her. So she wanted you to, like, save up almost, like
Yeah.
fondling yourself and save it for a human being.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's a good friend.
Yes, it is.
And did it make it better because you waited? Because you didn't masturbate in between?
Eh, it, I think I'm a so-so kind of lover, but I definitely like to have fun though.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but
It means I'm freaky.
I see. And she was cool with your freaky?
Oh yeah, she's freaky too.
Uh-huh. Oh, that worked out.
Yeah, I've been lucky in that department. Like all the girls that I've been with, they've been just as freaky as I am, and I think they can kind of smell that.
Yeah, yeah.
you
And
know,
have you had relationships with them afterwards, or just sort of like kind of like whatever you call it, friends with benefits type of thing?
it's mostly been friends with benefits. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
had a long-term relationship. The closest I did was 11 years ago. I was dating this girl for the summer that I really thought I was going to marry her, and I'm glad I didn't. Um, Both because I'm not the marrying type, and plus she just wanted a sugar daddy.
Wow. Are you loaded or something? I didn't know about that.
No, I'm not loaded. The funny part is her parents were loaded, and I think she knew that they weren't going to take care of her forever, so she was looking for a sugar daddy.
Wow. Yeah, well, I mean, you live with your mom, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe she wanted something else. Maybe it wasn't a sugar daddy. You know what I mean? Unless
hmm
she's just not well in the head.
Well,
Noted.
there was a couple of years during that time, where I was trying to move out and
Yeah.
get my own place and stuff. But
Yeah.
right now, I'm not at the point where I don't want to do that because of my injuries from my accident and stuff. I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. You don't need to make life harder. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is the fun part of the podcast because
Yeah.
since you've been on the last time, there's a game that I like to play with guests, and this came out of an improv during a podcast I was having with a friend. I was getting bored, and I started asking these silly questions, and she was like, "You should do this with every female guest. I bet they like it," and they have.
Okay, let's see what happens to me.
Okay, these are like silly slumber party questions.
Okay.
Okay, so I ask you a question, you answer it, and then you ask me that same question, and I answer it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Cynthia.
Wait a minute. You come up with a different answer every time? Because, if you're being asked the same question over and over again, you better get creative over here.
Oh yeah, I do get creative.
Okay, good. Okay, keep going. Good.
Cynthia, are you ticklish?
Yes. Tommy, are you ticklish?
I am baby ticklish.
Baby ticklish? What does that mean?
If you tickle me, I get a knee-jerk reaction.
And then you take a poo? Or you pee in the face of the person? Or
No, I should though.
Okay, next question.
Is your belly button an innie or an outie?
Jenny, Tommy, what is your belly button?
I have an outie, and I can butt fuck somebody with it.
Oh, God, Tommy, you are getting creative. I really doubt that's possible. Maybe a piece of paper, though. Which a piece of paper would go wild. I love paper dolls. They're adorable. Keep moving. Okay.
What color are your toenails painted?
Not at all. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, there is nail polish on there from my 3 months ago. It's like a silvery, it's like a pearl. That's what it's called, pearl. So it's like a shiny white, off-white. Mm-hmm.
Pearl
Lovely,
necklace.
gorgeous.
Pearl necklace.
Oh, sorry. Tommy, what fingernails, what colored nail polish is on your toenails, Tommy?
I don't have any.
Praise the Lord. Keep moving.
Now, this is my favorite question. Is there a stinky smell that makes you gag?
Yes. God. I'm already getting mad about it. It's like God, I think it's sort of, I mean, this is a terrible thing, but it's sort of like a homeless smell. Also, people who don't wash their hair, like, wash your fucking hair. Like, that's really, just wash your hair. It's so easy. It really is. It's really easy. Anyway, people don't realize that if they just don't wash their hair for days, it's like, it has this stink. It's old. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to keep giving you something better here. Keep moving. Oh, tell me. What smells make you want to gag?
Let's see. Consistently, farts. And when I first got out of the hospital, I had really bad athlete's foot for about 6 months.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty bad.
I love that story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Next question. And then I have to go in a minute because I have an appointment at 12 o'clock. I direct people. So.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you heard any good jokes lately?
Is that my question?
Yeah. Well,
oh, yes.
I'm just saying in general.
One before. Have I heard any good jokes lately?
Mm-hmm.
Not really. Sorry. I know it's unbelievable, but no.
Oh, I got one.
Have you heard any good jokes lately? And no old ones. You said lately.
How do you make your wife scream twice?
How?
You fuck her up the ass and then wipe your dick on the curtain.
That's really funny. And I get why you're not a marrying type. Keep going. Jeez Louise. Next.
Do you remember how old you were the first time you got finger banged?
Yeah, it was not a good experience. The guy never clipped his nails. I think I was 12 or 13, and yeah, that was not a good day. Not a good day. I think I made fun of him for the next 17 years, quite literally.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this is a true story. This is what happened.
Okay.
I think I watched my friend getting finger banged, if you want to call it that, fingered.
Yeah.
And the guy that was, she was like going, ow, ow, and then I felt like it was happening to me. The guy that was, yeah. So that's actually, I don't remember the first time. I remember watching my friend and being like, Jesus Christ, get up. Okay. Do you remember the first time you were finger banged, Tommy?
I remember the first time I finger banged a girl. I was 12 years old. You remember those sit down video games at the arcade?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me and a girl whose mother grew up with my dad, and it was not a busy day. It was a dead day. It was like a Sunday afternoon. We were there, and we just decided that we were going to have some fun without nobody looking. And yeah, It was a nice little experience, and I had already seen porn, so I knew what I was doing.
Interesting. It's a weird. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that. That's nice. Okay, I can take one more question, then I have to go. Oh, so yeah, keep going. Yeah. One more. Otherwise, we can end it with a finger bang completely. It's always a great way to end anything, with a nice finger bang. Thumbing somebody in a corner. Go on.
Oh, I'll tell you my Cinderella joke.
Okay.
Okay, Cinderella is about to go to the ball, and she's on her period, and
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
the fairy godmother gives her these magic tampons and says, okay, you can go to the ball, but you have to be home by midnight, or else they'll turn into a pumpkin. And she says, okay, fairy godmother, I will. So 12:30 rolls around, and fairy godmother's pacing around the house mad because Cinderella hasn't shown up. But then Cinderella shows up at 4 a.m., stumbling drunk, and fairy godmother's like, where were you? You were supposed to be home at midnight. And Cinderella's like, I'm so sorry, fairy godmother. I met this great guy. Peter?
Peter?
Pumpkin eater.
Oh. Sorry, I should have allowed that to sink in for a second.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's my favorite. That's like one of those jokes I tell at dinner parties.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yeah, especially after
A lot of those. A lot of dinner parties.
Especially after the punchline, I do this really creepy smirk to let everyone know it's time to laugh.
Oh, okay. All right. I have to get going. But anyway, so this Monday night at 8:00 at the Cat and Fiddle on Highland is the Bangers and Laughs show with Stephen Allen Green, Brian Holtzman, and some other people. And it's going to be a blast. So if you're listening to this and you're in Los Angeles, or you're going to be here for the holiday weekend, come on out. And it's actually Sunday night. It's Monday night. I made that up. Monday night. Monday night at 8:30. Also, I made up crap. 742 North Highland Avenue, the Cat and Fiddle Pub. There it is.
Oh, real quick.
That's what's going to happen. Huh?
Real quick. Speaking of Brian Holtzman, I was doing a podcast with Don Barris, and right in the middle of it, Holtzman calls him on his other line, and he puts Holtzman on speaker, and they get into a huge fight. And I was
a real fight?
Yeah, it was a real fight.
Okay, good.
And I was afraid frickin' Holtzman would sue me if I kept it in the podcast, so I just, edited it out.
Oh, I don't think he would have sued you. Yeah.
I know, but you never can tell.
Do you remember what the fight was about?
I don't know.
Sure, it was really important.
Yeah. Okay, so was it Finger Bangers and Mash?
There it is. Finger Bangers and Mash this Monday night. Well done.
Okay, hon.
Finger Bangers and Laugh. Yeah, this Monday night, 8:30.
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you so much for calling.
Well, you called me, but I figured...
No, I did call you. You sent me your phone number.
Yes, I figured since Mark Maron and Joey Diaz ain't calling you.
Oh, well, that's a gift from the Lord, isn't it?
Love you, hun.
Okay, take care, sweetie.
Okay. You too.
All right. All the best for your mom.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye. Well, there you have it. Cynthia Levin. Ain't she a sweetheart? Yes, she is. And such a funny, funny lady. Oh, my God. She is just a jewel in the rough. She is. I want Cynthia Levin to be a megastar. And she will be, because she's that fucking hilarious. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes!